Greetings, we are on August 4th, 2024, and we have with us Rick George and also Shaban from Africa, Uganda, and Dave, and I am Beatrice from Canada. And we are in a meeting, sort of Uganda meeting, more question and answer, because also Shaban reached the movement Gpms.world and he has a question. So, hi Shaban, I would like you to
Hi, Mama.
introduce yourself a little bit.
Sorry.
I would like to introduce yourself.
Okay. Thank you, Mama, for this opportunity that you have given to me. My name is Isavi Shabad. I'm from Uganda, and I'm in Jinja district, and it's where I'm basing right now from. And I'm happy to meet you here. Yes, that's all, Mama. Yes, and I'm the director of God is Mercy charity organization that is located also in Jinja. And I'm also working together with brother Wandera Rigans. Yes, that's all, Mama.
Yes, so you had some question when I met you in a meeting also.
Yes.
And your first question was about gpms.org location.
Yes,
I would
that was
like
it.
for Rick George to answer what it is the location of gpms.org, Rick.
Yes.
Well, thank you. What we wish to say is Gpms.world is universal. It's all around the world. It doesn't have, per se, a geographical base camp, if you will, um, because of its present structure of uniting everyone. What will occur if you're to ask the geographical location of GPMS once it's implemented, you will have in every what is known now as every nation, every region, you will have the GPMS administration hub that is run by the people to simply process their hour contributions per month and to instantly send out the funds to each one. So in the future, there'll be a GPMS. We won't call them GPMS, we just call them hubs because at that time, GPMS will be implemented worldwide. So just administrative hubs. And it's to be understood that with the GPMS world, everyone gets paid the same from their self, that there is no salary or no wages. Everyone contributes to the essential things worldwide, which includes some using their administrative skills to facilitate the processing of one's just putting their hour log in and then the system, if you will, quickly recognizing to give the payout to each, if you will. But what I also need to say is that, it'll go much simpler than this. Also, with the administrative hubs, what you will have during just after the implementation of GPMS, the administrative hubs will have access to the resource index worldwide, which includes, any essential goods or services, or let's say a database where, for example, in Africa, you wish to bring in as many well drillers, drill rigs to drill wells for the clean water. So, in this database from Uganda, if you will, you'll have access to that online very quickly. All right, we need, let's say in Uganda, we need 10 um, drill rigs right now to drill wells. So then it's accommodated, the logistics is all set up. And also, with the villages, all right, where are we going to get the resources at to build the villages, the homes? Well, it's in the resource base worldwide that you just access, and everyone gets, you know, what you need to have to build with. So it's that is part of the administration as well. That is part of these hubs, so that you have access to everything that everyone needs worldwide. So you have the ordering, the shipping, and logistics, and everything that comes in free. And also, you know, with this, it's important, all of your hospitals, everything becomes free with the hospitals, and no more of the savage, primitive things where people got to pay money to be healed. That is absolutely savage. It's primitive, it's ridiculous, and it just causes more harm and more stress. So GPMS recognizes this fully, and where the people actually own the hospitals, own your fuel sources, own your electric, you pay for none of this. It's all free because we rightfully, lawfully own it all. But I'll stop there. I might have went a little bit off to the side.
Thank you so much, Rick, because you answered to the second question, that it was how we can do everything that GPMS it's saying on the website, like free housing and everything. So how it is possible to develop everything like that?
Well, may I say, it's absolutely possible right now as we speak, if the worldwide governments and banks had the best interests and good intention for the people. Because in actuality, the way that money is created, it is created instantly, it's created at will. But the thing is, the governments restrict how much is created and its allocation where it goes. But because of the current capitalistic fraudulent system of the evil, most of the money always went to the rich, which created the classes, which created the poverty. So, with this GPMS right now, if it was ratified with the majority voice worldwide, everyone would be receiving the comfortable money as we buy out the old system, but everyone is in abundance with it. So money is created, if you will, just by a government in a country deciding of how much they will create for a budget. But it is with the intentions to not give the money equally to everyone. So their intentions is, oh, put a little bit of money here, build some infrastructure, put a little bit of money here, cut the taxes, all of these foolish things that no longer apply. Because the truth is, no taxes are ever required worldwide, even now, because the governments have been just creating, and banks creating money out of thin air. That's how money is created. Money would not even exist if we were not on this planet. So what GPMS does, by the people taking the lawful ownership of the printing presses and how the money is created, then we do what is right and share it equally, eradicating all poverty upon the planet and all stress and all sickness. So we do everything all at once. And as getting back to when I began, yes, if GPMS right now had the worldwide majority vote supporting it, everyone would be rich and happy. And and it can be done if the governments worldwide had the best interests of the people. It could be done right now in a matter of 2 days. Ones would be receiving funds worldwide. That's how quick it can be done with the existing infrastructure upon the planet. So I'll just keep that short without complicating it.
No, it's not. In reality, you started to answer the third question because his third question was when Gpms.org starts. So, yeah, this is amazing. And
Well, we answered that, yeah. And what it is, see, most right at this moment worldwide, most of the population don't have the knowledge that they have a choice of another totally new replacement system that raises them in full joy, abundance, peace, and comfort. They don't know this now. We have about 200,000 that does know it and that have made the choice, but we have, at least 4 or 5 or 6 billion that don't even know they have this choice right now. But also, this choice has been ingrained and integrated within all of the rights, human rights, and it's in your declarations, your Declaration of Rights. It's already there. The vehicle that does this, that shows people you have the choice, and what that is under is your right of self-determination, which gives every individual how you choose to be governed, but also what system you have. In the past, you did not have a choice of a system. You had to choose political parties within that system, keeping it intact, which always suppressed and enslaved humanity. But now you have the choice of systems, and under your unalienable right of self-determination, you can right now lawfully choose which system you wish to support. Now, any system upon the planet is supported by the majority. So currently, you have this current system, which is enslaving, suppressing, impoverishing everyone. People don't know that they got the choice of GPMS yet. So once the majority knows, boom, this old system is gone. But what we need is everyone that knows about GPMS sharing this with family, friends, online, everywhere, so we get the majority vote. And then this new system is the lawful system for the planet, because it's based on absolute law as well, which means this old system cannot compete, cannot oppose, cannot contest what this new system is. Because again, this new replacement system of GPMS, it solves all of the problems that were harming people. And the old system has been harming many. It caused classes of people, and it caused poverty and extreme poverty, which caused death. GPMS gives money equally to everyone. There is no poverty. So an old system cannot compete with GPMS, and it has to fold as more no longer supports it. So this is how it works, in the
yes,
least.
yeah. And also another question was if Gpms.org is linked with the governments.
No, GPMS is not linked with the governments. What we did do in the early days of GPMS, we tested it in 2 places. One, with the Trump regime, it was rejected, which clearly showed that they were not in alignment for the best interests of humanity. It was also given to the Queen of Denmark, no reply. It was also given to the Russian Federation, no reply. What this indicates is to us that know that the governments, if you will, are, it is not in their best interest to do this for humanity. So We don't need the governments. We are divine. We are actually above the governments because we are standing in divine natural law. And with this, what we are doing would not be possible if God was not real. And what I say and what I ensure all, God is very definite, real. God is omnipotent, and that's why we're doing GPMS. So to us, it does not matter if governments join or not. It would be great if they did, if you had any genuine governments out there. But what we're seeing, there isn't, that they have an ulterior agenda at suppressing and controlling the people through their tool of money. So what GPMS does, it doesn't matter what GPMS does. We just make their money valueless so they cannot buy any longer with their ill intent. So it's the end of the suffering once we have the majority vote with GPMS. No, it's not connected to governments. And really what I would say is that it does not, it is above the governments. And if any governments in the early stages towards the implementation of GPMS, if any governments for its people decide to do the right thing, they are welcome as a part to bring their people and their nation in to GPMS. But one thing I will say, unless they are bona fide, genuine souls, none of these government politicians or officials will have any role in being a guardian in GPMS. So this is where it's at. We do not discriminate it, but we are not fools as well. There is the absolute darkness that is remnants of it that's still out there, and we keep things clean with everything we do. We keep the focus on the divine, collecting all of the good souls that are in alignment with freedom, abundance, and all of these good things. We got a big flash of light come in there, I see on my screen. Thank you, Father. I'll end there.
Another question was if a representative of Uganda from one district can reach also the people from another district in Uganda. It's like, are they limited to one district or they can travel and they can share GPMS worldwide?
No, GPMS is universal, is worldwide, meaning that I'll use myself for example. I'm a universal representative of GPMS worldwide. So even anyone in Uganda that appoints themselves as a GPMS representative or guardian can be worldwide as well with sharing the content. Did that answer the question? Excuse me.
I believe it. Yeah, so Shaban, do you have also other question?
Yeah, thank you very much for answering those questions again, because they were answered before by Mama Beatrice. But I do thank you, Brother Ricky, for answering them again for me. However, still, you know, I do move around the people as I talk to them, but still I receive some questions from them. And actually, in just some time, a very small time, around some few days, I'm gonna consent a certain church. It is found in Jinja. It is called the Jesus in Christ. In Christ we believe. In Christ we believe. A Christianity church. So that's the church that we are going to consent. However, I talked to the leader of the church, the pastor, and he asked me some questions that who are the leaders of GPMS? Yes, are you the leader of GPMS, or is there some people who are leading GPMS, and who are they? And then the second question was, when he asked me about the government, still he asked me that shall GPMS have governments, other governments replacing these current governments?
No.
Yes.
May I answer these before you continue, Shaban?
Okay.
Number one, when the pastor asked who is the guardians or the leaders of GPMS, what I say with that, I, Beatrice, you, and Dave are four of them. But also, if the pastor consents, he is also a leader. So it's all of the people are the leaders of it, and it's growing constantly. So we have set up the panel 72, which is beginning to grow as brothers and sisters from all nations sit together, shoulder to shoulder, and be the guardians and representatives of GPMS that takes it forward for the people. Now, what we are doing on our website, we are still working on it with a community hub that is connected to our website as well. And on this community hub, we are going to have who are we section with short bios. Beatrice has done mine because I'm a representative, and Beatrice has done hers, and you can do yours as a contact. So there is no set number. We are all the genuine guardians of who wishes to take on that role themselves if they wish to be the representative. And Dave just put up currently what we have is almost 500 representatives at various degrees, but it needs to be understood that many of these representatives are still busy with things, and there's only a certain amount of time that they can devote towards, let's say, being a full-time representative. So we have so many with that, and but we are growing it every day. So that is the simple thing with him, and it's the people. It's coming from the people. Now, his second question, what occurs is, no, we do not have different governments. As I said in the first, what we have is a worldwide council, let's say, of about 12 individuals that are divine, that are fully in totally the best interest for humanity, but their purpose is just to oversee. Am I still on? Or
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. So there'll be, let's say, just to ensure that all of humanity is freed and all of the logistics is running perfect upon the planet to advance humanity into the civility, there will be possibly 12 overseers that will be just overseers to ensure that everyone has everything and that everything is working perfectly. And these overseers are the higher consciousness also, and connected straight to Prime Creator, like all of us are, to ensure that the entire world advances very quickly into civility. And what occurs not so long after the implementation of GPMS, humanity very quickly comes to find, when they're sharing and utilizing all of the resources together, that a medium of exchange like money or even bartering is no longer needed because everything is shared equally. So there are no governments. No, governments is part of the political structure, if you will. And in that sense, there are none of those in the new. Did you have anything to add, Dave, or anyone else?
Yeah, there is something. It may be worth noting from the excruciating detail of the last 52 months, as we've had our pulse on the situation during that time, that this is very much a part of divine timing. And so, with regards to representatives and their abilities to affect the change, it's all under divine timing and circumstance. So, as long as we understand that this is an imminent situation, and as long as we put our best foot forward, that's all that can be done, because it does all fall within under that divine timeline. And we know it's imminent, so there's no issues.
Perfect. You brought up a very great point, Dave. I'd like to just extend a little bit further into what Dave said. What also has occurred worldwide over, let's say, the last decade more prominently, is that there have emerged many sovereign leaders, if you will, freedom movements. So what occurs, these have been all divinely orchestrated and instrumental to converge into one unity at some time in the near future, which also creates a flash in many more new leaders of the people stepping forward. And having said that, just last night, I have two important indicators of two that have reached out to I that are at least leaders of two significant groups that GPMS has just now come into their awareness, and meetings will be set up. So this is in full alignment with what Dave just said as well. So there is important to know that there is this element worldwide that is ready to connect when it's divinely ready. And that has to be very soon. And also, what Dave was saying, the current circumstances worldwide are becoming more suppressed and are compressing, and it's forcing ones to make choices, take leadership roles, but also when that occurs, then they are able to see GPMS and they open up to it. And this expands as well, collecting the consent worldwide. Thank you.
So Shaban, do you have also other question?
Yeah, I have another question, only that if power has gone off, but still I'm just finding a way how I can be seen here in light, because now there is darkness. So still this very pastor asked me this question down here, and it says that does GPMS based on Christianity or Islam, or there are other religions that it bases, or it is universal? It joins, it collects all the religions.
Yeah, so probably you saw also on the decree GPMS, unlimited unlabor rights and freedoms. It is the right
the
of
network
killing.
is somehow disturbed.
Sorry.
It might work better if you go audio only, and that might clean things up. So turn off your video, and then you can use your light for your own reference.
My network, my network, my network. I'm not getting what you're talking about. What you're talking very well. The network is disturbing.
Just turn off your audio, brother Shaban, and then your network will work better if you heard that.
Oh,
Or turn off your
all
camera.
right.
Video.
Turn off. Yeah, just turn off your camera and it'll give you a stronger bandwidth, and then we can hear you. Just use audio. Perfect. I think you got it. If you did, continue, Shaban. We can hear you.
No, he's not with us anymore. I cannot see him. So he's completely disconnected.
Well, let's just wait for a few moments when he comes back in, and someone please step up to tell him just keep, as Dave suggested, keep the video off.
Yes, so it's very interesting what Dave said. You spoke about the 52 weeks, months. So this is practically about May 2019.
March 2020.
March 2020 until now. Okay.
March 2020 is when the first inklings of oppression were announced. March 13th. 2020, yep.
Do you have anything more? Because you mentioned 52 months. Is there a certain amount of months that you're anticipating with this? Why did you mention 52 months, if I may ask?
Well, it's been an arduous journey during those 52 months. A lot of things have transpired, and a great amount of truth has come forward. With respect to the future, we're looking at August, September, October, as I've mentioned before, as a period of enhanced disclosure, a period of miracles, and a period of disruption corresponding to that disclosure. And that fully opens the door to what you referred to, Rick, as a flash flood. I love it. So we'll just bring on that flash flood, opening the door to November and maintaining the November 15th timeline. So I think that kind of sums it up.
Yeah, thank you for that substantiation as well. And yeah, that brings up another point. What I'm given directly from Prime Creator God is very possible tentative November 15th of this year, 2024, the implementation of Gpms.world, the replacement system. Now, as we look at that, presently close to 200,000 consents, you would say we have a long way to go to get billions. But as what Dave, what you're saying, there's just too much evidence out there, too much disclosure, too much of what is needed to set off a viral incident with Gpms.world. So it's fully loaded to facilitate. It's just when, as Dave is saying. Thank you.
So Shaban tried to reach us. I do not know if it is possible. Yes, he's here. Yes, so Rick, I believe that we can answer to his question about religion, if you would like to answer it. please.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Uh,
You were starting off so beautifully, Beatrice. Yeah. Did Shaban? Yeah.
uh,
Shaban.
the other
Shaban.
question, I went off a little bit because of the network, so I didn't get the answer for the other question that I left. And the good enough powers come back. It's so good for that. But this person asked that does GPMS has a religion that it bases on? So that's the question they asked. The third question.
Yeah, so Rick, the question, yeah, I believe that you hear.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Shaban, if you're listening, just put off your video and keep your audio on, and I will answer this, and he can play it for the pastor.
Does it based on either Christianity, Islam, or
Shaban, can you hear me right now?
yes? I'm hearing you, Brother Ricky.
All right, please just shut off your camera and keep your audio on. Then it makes a better connection. Could you hear that?
Yes, finally, yeah, he received a message from me. Then right
All
now,
right, perfect.
the video is off.
So
Now
this is perfect, Shaban. Thank you. Yeah. So the answer to this question is GPMS is fundamentally based on God, the prime creator, being real. Now, there are many religions, many beliefs worldwide, but with most of them, they believe in the monotheistic one God, if you will, or close to it. So even though a lot, let's say, of Christianity can be seen within GPMS, what GPMS does not discriminate between race, creed, which is belief, and faith. It recognizes all at a soul level upon earth. And as Beatrice was saying in our decree, you will see this. We are bringing all souls together, regardless of their faith, with this one common goal to do what is morally right. And again, within most of the beliefs, most of the faiths worldwide, they're foundationed with the core value and values of morality. So you can see, yes, Christ in GPMS. You'll see Buddhism. You'll see Judaism, which is, you'll see all of this within different ones with their beliefs, but it's not about, it's bringing all the beliefs together, if that answers what you asked, all together with the one common goal to do what is right for humanity.
that one is good. That one is answered in a good way. And I'll take back these answers to them because for them, they want first of all to ask you. Once you answer what they want, and then you go on and consent them together with the church members, him and the church members. So I'll take back those questions, the answers to them, and then I consent them. We shall have photos and videos, and I'll give them to you. Yes, and they will act as examples, the others.
Yeah, so Shaban, GPMS, it is international system, and you can share this video with link because there will be a link put in GPMS Africa account.
Okay, there is no problem with that, Mama. Then there is a question here down here. This question is to do with they asked that does GPMS officials, will they have a time to reach Uganda, to come to Uganda and visit us? Because these people, for them, they know that GPMS, it is led by a certain group of people. For them, that's what it is there in their mind. For them, they know that GPMS is led by a certain group of people. So for them, they are always asking, will those people come and visit us in Uganda here? The people we're talking about in GPMS. So that is another
but with
question
that,
that they
Shaban,
were asking.
Shaban, if I may, you are one of those leaders. Brother Wandera is, and many more leaders are emerging out of Uganda, meaning that we
Yes,
don't need to come in person. You're already there. And there's many more all around the world that are designated, including Uganda. You will find more and more brothers and sisters, perhaps like the pastor you're speaking
yes,
about. Perhaps he is another leader. I feel
yes,
he is. Yes, because he believes in God,
yes,
and you know, this is the thing. This is what makes the leaders for and of the people, the speakers of the people is what we're doing. So we're having many leaders stand up. And if you use Uganda as an example, in the beginning, it was more or less only Wandera. Now we have Wandera, Shaban, you, and we also had Josh and other leaders that are emerging in Uganda. So they will.
yes. All right, that's good. Also, I have another question down here, and it is also asking that in Uganda, do you have a headquarter for GPMS where we can come and find you? So they were like asking me that, do we have a certain headquarter whereby in case they want to consent people, they will be coming there to visit us and we consent them. So that was another question they asked.
So it is
Well,
also probably linked with no internet in Uganda, that the people needs like a location where they should address.
Yes, actually, that is like, it takes back almost to the other question there. The one that they first answered first before.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, those are the questions so far I've received from the people that I've been moving to. However, they are willing to join GPMS and they are happy because of the intentions of GPMS. GPMS, what it wants to bring to them. In fact, they are really happy and they are happy for the message from GPMS. The message that we are reaching to them, they are welcoming it. So they are happy for that and they are praying for us and that we receive more blessings from God. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. So everyone is invited also, you know, in meetings, and everyone can be a representative. So if from there it is somebody that wants to share the word of Gpms.world, this would be just amazing. And a way also to answer the question are also via the meetings. Another way, it's about GPMS Africa account. And also we have Uganda right now on Telegram. And much more is coming because I saw also something about the second website that will have question answer there. So there will be a lot.
Okay.
Yes, Dave, I believe that you want to say something.
Well, I just wanted to point out that Shaban is welcome to any of the other Zooms that are flying about the system. And that's a way for us to integrate and settle issues and ask questions, and another resource to get to connect as long as it's within your time zone availability.
This is true. We can connect everywhere in every Zoom room of Gpms.world. The location are more developed because of the time in area. You know, sometimes it's night when another meeting it's running in a specific area like day. Also, yes, Rick?
Oh, thank you, Beatrice. Also with what Shaban asked, you know, yes, you can set up what I call kiosks where you have a stationary place set up that can consent ones so they can come to a stationary place. And if we use, for example, the pastor with the church, you know, I believe he's funded enough to have internet, and also by the questions that he asked, I can see that his intellect is appreciable and impressively high, meaning that, you know, it'd be a great place at a church. Yes, in their vectory or what have you, the part that they have set aside for doing these things. So having said this, you know, it's also important, including this important meeting where answers have been given to important questions, that one can have a computer at a kiosk and say, hey, we're going to play one of the meetings, you know, to say it to the ones in the village that are interested, and come and sit down and watch this and get informed as well. So you can set up, you know, a GPMS kiosk, if you will. I think Brother Wanderer has something like that set up, has been working on it, and even you, Shaban. And so you can do these things. You're an equal member of GPMS, and you use your ingenuity in the best ways of how to get GPMS to most of the people as soon as possible. And also for most of the people, you can present GPMS to them as it's a worldwide referendum or a worldwide vote of support. So, you know, simply with some, do you say that you choose a new world where you have abundance and freedom and everything? And if you do, for those ones, a simple, if they say, yes, I wish to vote for that new world, then that is a consent that can be recorded very easily for those that may not understand all of the working dynamics and mechanics of this current enslavement system, but also the GPMS system, which is simplified for them. So you can leave it with them, you know, in the moment. It's just a matter of choice as well. And also within any constitution worldwide, everyone has the right under self-determination, again, to vote for anything. Your beliefs are secured under most worldwide constitutions, meaning you are allowed to vote and choose what you wish to support. And in this case, it's a new world, so you can vote for it. Also, with this, no one, GPMS fully does not obligate anyone in any form of a contract, meaning that you give your consent, your agreement, but also you can rescind that at any moment that you may wish if you don't feel that GPMS is in alignment with you. But right at this point, I will add for any that would want to rescind that they are either perhaps a minion that was dark, or they are in great fear or even insanity, because no one in the right sound mind, if you will, would rescind their agreement or their vote with Gpms.world. Now, also having said this, over the course of time, it needs to be appreciated and understood that the intellect and the consciousness level with the existing guardians of GPMS is above what the human consciousness is, meaning that we fully know how crime and evil works. And having said this, it is no reason for anyone to attempt to exploit the integrity of GPMS. And I put out a message to this effect just the other day. This is not a threat. This is an amicable, friendly warning that you should not do these things, because what you do upon yourself is activate what is called the wrath of God, meaning that you become a negative magnet because of your negative choices and going against God and trying to trick and exploit GPMS. So to save ones a lot of trouble, because we do know there are dark ones out there, but we also know there are desperate souls, that it's not the desperate souls, it's not their fault that they have become criminal. It's because the system that is currently here, one of its attributes is to create criminals, to create distrust, and all of these undesirable things. So having said this, there are some souls that will choose to do what is right and not try to take advantage of what is impossible with trying to compromise the integrity of Gpms.world. So thank you for that.
Do you have also other questions, Shaban?
Yeah, here is a question, but I think this one, as I was informing them the message from GPMS, I think it was answered to them, but for them, they had already their questions. They had to ask me those questions. So this question says that what new changes is GPMS coming with to replace the current system? So for them, because I was telling them we shall have change in this current system, the pyramid system, where some people at the base, they are suffering, and those ones at the top, for them, they don't even want to look at these ones down. So, and I could also inform that GPMS, we want to bring change, to make sure that everybody is treated equally. And for them, they wanted to know those changes. What new changes are coming with GPMS?
Yeah, so practically Gpms.org, as I also told you, eradicates poverty and slavery at the same time.
Poverty.
And it's more about self-determination that probably also Rick should address again, just to have again on this meeting.
Yes, Beatrice, I'll address that again. I believe I heard the question Could you just repeat the question, Beatrice? It was a little bit sketchy for please.
I told him that in the past, the Gpms.world eradicates the poverty, and inside of the actual pyramid system, where only few they have the wealth, they are rich, and the many on the base are the poor, GPMS is able to change everything because we come with a new international system that it is based on self-determination. And also the question is how we can do that. So, and practically to understand a little bit the type of the governance, like the self-determination there, self-governance, self-determination.
Well, thank you. So I'll begin with this, that the power is with the people, and the power is in the numbers of the people. And this is very important, again, when you take Uganda or even worldwide, where 90% or more of the people are in lack, with, let's say, 10% at the top or less of the pyramid system. With Gpms.world, it does not matter how many are at the top, 10 or 15%. This doesn't matter because the power is with the people, which is the majority of the 85, 90% worldwide. So once the wishes of the majority of the people that are in lack are gathered together, it creates the majority. Now, for all of the rich or wealthy that decided not to assist with GPMS, you need to imagine in this new world, which is imminent, it is God's plan, that these ones are going to suffer in their own shame and own guilt. And, you know, it's also could be that they could be recluse to society because what they supported, especially at the top, their money, what they supported, will no longer have the value what it did. It will not contain any value because the majority of the people and their money will be the most recognized money with GPMS upon the planet, which renders the darkness and the elite's money as having no value. So what this does also within, let's say, the 10% at the top or the elites and the wealthy, they need to make a choice as well to be with GPMS and be part of it or not. But that is their choice. GPMS does not force it upon any of them. And if there are wealthy, good souls that are out there that are part of the 10%, they must comply and converge with GPMS to support it. So if we look at Uganda again, it's not to discriminate against the wealthy there, and it's not to take any forcible action against the wealthy. This is where we say, let go and let God take care of that. And on the individual basis, each one of those rich are judged by their own actions. We don't need to do this. We know worldwide we need not to judge anyone. We just gather the majority of the people and we bring in this replacement system. There cannot be any resistance to GPMS because the worldwide majority is in lack, which is around 90%. So we know worldwide we already have the majority vote that does this. So the old system is collapsing. Thank you. Cannot hear you, Beatrice. You're muted.
Sorry, so Shaban, if you have another question, please.
Then also I have a question here as me. We have people who are in villages very far from where I stay. And in Uganda, according to the population in Uganda, the population is big, very big, compared to the population that is GPMS, that is registered with GPMS. So I do ask, how shall we reach those people? And you find that those people in villages, they have no access to internet. So how can we reach them? And they are willing to join GPMS, but the problem is that reaching them is somehow hard because the villages are very far, and yet they have a good number of people whom we can consent and join GPMS officially. So how can we do that?
Having more representative, and right now practically, as I try to move towards the cities where it is about a lot of population, just to bring more representative, and they and their connection will be able to move in the future in every part of the world, and practically to be able to reach this location that right now seems to be far from you, will be not far from others. And if they have not at all internet in area, probably something should be also developed in time, but also like the Philippines right now in the same situation, they gather consents door to door. So practically there is somebody that is traveling in area and keeping meetings and informing the people and be able to gather by themselves, helping people practically having the internet paid and helping people to gather the consents. And the consents can be also gathered on form, can be also put on Excel form, and after that just attach via the software on Gpms.world. Right now this option is also open. If it is a mass consent, if the number is a very big one. So practically do whatever you can in area where you are, and bring more representative. This is also very, very important, because it's about the 0.002% of the population of one area that should be like speaking every day Gpms.org, be very, very active. Then Gpms.org start to be here, become like viral in that area. So
Okay.
yes, Rick.
Thank you, Beatrice. Yeah, Shaban, what I wish to ask is, or no, what I wish to say, pardon me, is that Wandera has said that you have united around 70 orphanages, charity organizations. Now, having said this, I will make a presumption that the leader of each of these 70 has a phone or internet access. Now, what I will also continue to say, if they take some of the time out of their day to go with their phone where they have internet and collect consent and also find new representatives, you fan it out very quickly. And as Beatrice has said too, we have the form that you can print off of the phone to print a paper that you collect the name, the information when you go into these villages that don't have internet. So you have a representative that goes in there and collects the names of those that are in agreement. So we have this sheet that you can print off that facilitates these situations. Now, ideally, what we anticipate is that in the future we will have, let's say, some wealthy or financially secure philanthropists that will begin to assist to fund this. Let's say, like, give some phones so that you can go and register more. But the truth is, right at this time, to my knowledge, we do not have within GPMS any wealthy philanthropists that could fund this very quickly. What I did do, I did a test run out of my good heart, but also a test run about a week ago on my Facebook page, which I have. It says 24,000 followers, but it's probably 100,000 or more because I'm connected all around the world. And the numbers they put on Facebook, if you will, or anywhere, the numbers are not always correct. But having said this, I put out a goodwill intention explaining if anyone wished to sponsor $2,100 for the 70 charities that had an average of about 30 children. And what this would have done is give to every child and director, it would have given them $10, I believe, or 30, to provide a meal for all of them. So with this test run, I received no wealthy one that answered that call. What I did receive was, I think, 3 that wanted to donate a little bit. And that amount of money came to just over $200. And when split up between all of you there, it would have been about 10 cents each, which does nothing. But the point also, what I am showing with this, the two-pronged point, is that the wealthy philanthropist is not there yet, but also it shows Uganda how you are not being supported by the outside world and that you must stand quicker and quicker, because as you see, your funding is getting more and more limited because the outside world, and especially America and Canada, is being pressured. Many millions in those countries are also have no money, cannot afford rent, are becoming homeless because the outside world is also breaking down. And where Uganda and other African countries used to get most of their funding, that funding source is no longer out there. It's being diminished because of what's occurring upon the planet. So ones that used to donate $10 or $15, and if you had a million of them, it would give a lot of money. They are unable to donate anything. They are struggling themselves now because of the cruel enslavement system. So all Ugandans, all of Africa, any impoverished country, India, worldwide, needs to know this. This is why things are getting harder and harder, because the choice has to be made for the new system. The old system, the ones at the top, have no intention to assist humanity. They're actually taking more and more money. And if you look at the rich ones at the top, they have just become more billionaires and trillionaires in the last few years because of what they are doing at the expense and exploitation of all of the other lower classes, meaning that they don't care about people, and they would rather see less people on the planet. And if they're able to starve them and deprive them of sustenance, which they're doing, they are doing that. So everyone needs to know that everyone worldwide is becoming more hard pressed, the good souls, and that the money and the funding is not there. When you look at all big charities, if you will, worldwide, even the churches, the money what the churches brought in, if you will, with the Catholic Church, the Catholic Church was the biggest financial institution upon the planet, owned most of the property worldwide, millions and perhaps trillions in gold and investments, and it just kept gathering all of this up and not giving it to the people. And having said that is just one example. But when you look at all of the charities like Red Cross and UNICEF and all of these, the actual amount of money that is donated, the time that it gets to places like Uganda, you get about a penny on the dollar because it's all corrupt and it's skimmed at the top, and there's many middle people that are in there. When you look at the Congo and Nigeria areas as well, when money and goods and supplies were delivered into those areas, there were rebel groups that were paid by the darkness to intervene and steal these supplies, to enslave the women and rape them as well as in Sierra Leone, all along that part of Africa. It was very dark intentions, but the truth needs to be known. And more of the truth with Africa, it is one of the most, if not the most richest continent in resources upon the planet. But it has been consistently and constantly exploited from you, pillaged all of your great riches of gold, platinum, diamonds, you name it. And what do you have? All of you in Africa, nothing. You have poverty, and you were the richest continent on the planet. But the great news is you don't need it, because GPMS activates your intrinsic value to create money. So no longer do you need to base value on gold, silver, and all of this. You base the value on your intrinsic self. This is what GPMS does, and it creates, again, instant, unlimited money to do what is right with. So no one any longer is tricked by thinking that gold, diamonds are value when they are not. There would not be any value on gold and diamonds if humanity did not exist. That's because value is derived from each human soul theirself. So you have the choice right now with Gpms.world. Where are you going to assign value? Are you going to assign value outside of yourself, that gold and silver is more valuable? Or are you going to assign the value to yourself? Well, everyone worldwide is going to common sense assign the value to themselves. And this is how all of the hospitals, any medical attention, everything becomes free, because you are the value, and you are more important than money, gold, silver, or all of the riches in the world. That was the trick of the darkness, to think that money was the value, when in actuality, it's every human soul which is the value. And GPMS puts that in every soul and even every child. That's why with GPMS, upon implementation, every child in your orphanage, every child in Africa gets $20,000. The same as every adult, to set everyone up in a place of comfort immediately. And then we take it forward from there with even more riches for everyone shared. So you don't need gold. That is the trick. That is the illusion by the elites, the top of the pyramid. So your eyes have been opened, and more eyes are being opened to this truth. I'll also add in here that, yes, with your question before, Christ and Mother Mary is a part of the divine plan. And what I will add is what you will come to see with many that are joining GPMS. They were visited by the Holy Spirit, by Christ, by Mother Mary when they began to speak out, because this is divinely supported. Gpms.world, and it's all divinely arranged, and nothing can stop it nor go against it. Thank you.
Yes, Shaban, if you have other question.
Ma'am, the questions are over, and those are the questions that I had. Then actually, when I go to consent the other people, I believe I'll get more questions to come, and I'll address them in the meeting, ma'am.
Yes.
However, I'm very happy to see other people there. Hello, brother.
Yeah, it is about to come with hundreds and thousands of the people. For example, for Uganda, it's probably necessary 9,000 of people. For Canada, it's about 8,000, you know. So there will be a huge number, and every location will be able to see what Gpms.world is doing, every location in the world. So right now, as you travel more in Kampala, you know, this is very good because Kampala has more than 1 million of people there. So you may have the opportunity to meet a lot of people and bring them in GPMS also as representative. Then they will have their connection
Yes,
in other parts of Uganda.
it is true. And actually, in Kampala, people do have access to internet. So to reach there after consenting these ones, and actually there are other people who have not yet consented. There are some orphanages that have not yet consented. They sent me the links, but I connected with them, and they gave me the days that I should go there. I visited them, and they have to consent. They consent their children and themselves. So I'm also hoping to go there, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
Dave.
then with the camp, we shall also plan.
I just wonder if Shaban has access to Telegram, to the Telegram social media.
Yes, I do have.
So then, yeah, when you type in GPMS, then you'll get a series of channels to do with it. And you're able to come on to any one of those Zooms, like the Team Canada Zoom or the representative Zoom. Any of those, you're welcome to come on and ask anything you want at any time.
Okay, brother.
Yeah, it is also a beautiful chat right now that was open by Boro in Nigeria on WhatsApp. It is a group of GPMS where the people put the question and there are an answer. I have also a couple of freedom groups for chat for Gpms.org. So the people can start to join these freedom groups, Gpms.org groups, all the groups, you know, that are practically are speaking the same message. And this is the most important, and create their own Facebook account and individual accounts and bring forward the information, Gpms.org, and everyone should be connected directly to Rick George's Telegram account and also his Facebook. But Facebook, I do not know how much can resist, how many people can be there, but also Telegram practically started to share from Rick Juar's official Telegram account, the message that he inserted there. So this is very important. So started with big groups, you know, and chat and everything, and start to put the information available for everyone. So move this information from one group to another one, because only one group, I do not know how many members can have, probably many, but also to create others with the same information share, just to get the information everywhere in the world. So we are the media.
In fact.
And we start to govern ourselves, you know. Yeah.
All right, ma'am.
Yeah, we have the framework. Is just to be inside and move from there with no fear, and everything good is happening.
And here where I am, I'm having some people here who are ready to join GPMS. They are here. They have come.
We would like to see them. We would like to see them.
Yeah, let them just wait for you.
Move a little bit the camera to see them.
Okay. So you people can. They want to see you.
Hi.
One is there.
Hi, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, some of them, they are not good at English.
It's not a problem.
Yes. So
because this is also the chat, you know, the groups of the chat will be open in every language. This will be not a problem of the language.
yeah. Another one is here. You come. So this one, what's your name?
Olivia.
You are who? What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Olivia.
She's called Olivia. Yes, that is the name. She's there.
Hi.
You also. Another one is there.
Hi.
My name is Shafiq. Yes. So they stay around the where the orphanage is located. So when I was transferring the message to people, they had the message, then they came to me and asked me. So I told them that I'll have the meeting, but you can come and they have a look at you. Another one is there. You also come and they look at you. You tell us your name and
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
My name is Swabla.
Beautiful.
yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, so that she's also gonna outside this room. Uganda call that one outside there. They have a look at her. So we are going to have more Ugandans registering with GPMS, and I believe by the end of this month we shall have a good number already registered with GPMS. Yes. And I thank God for this because people are always welcoming us wherever we are going. They are trying to ask the questions. However, they are willing because they are tired of the current system where a lot of poverty is seriously torturing everybody in this world. So this one is here. She's a mother. She has a kid there.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Fabulous Maya.
So she's Fabulous Maya, and she's also ready to join Gpms.world. And actually, even the husband will also come and join Gpms. Isn't it so?
It's so.
Yes. So she has how many kids?
I have 4 kids.
She has 4 kids, and we shall also consent them, even this young baby here. We shall also consent. Yes, however, I'm very happy actually for Brother Ricky, Mama, and even Brother Dave there. Yes, okay. And because, thank you, brother. I love you all, members. Yes, and may God bless you abundantly. And this is actually what you brought is good. What you brought, what the way actually you sat down and thought about people. In fact, it is a good suggestion and a good plan. So we are happy as Ugandans, and we are happy to we can't wait to see the change coming in Uganda and all over the world. Yes, we are just waiting for that. Yes, that is all, Mama. Yes. So I would like to say bye-bye. I want to go and join the other people at the children at the orphanage behind this room, so that they can have their sleep. Yes, because they are there trying to have their fun. Yes. So I'm happy for this meeting, and I'm ready to work with GPMS, because now I'm GPMS representative Uganda, and I'm ready to work with all the representatives, new ones who are coming, and these ones who are already registered with GPMS. So I'm ready. Brother Ricky, thank you for what you do. Mama, actually, may God bless you too. And Brother Dave, this is my first time to see you, brother. However, may God bless you abundantly. And may also God guide us through this. And I think we shall reach at the climax of this.
Well, thank you so much, brother, and sending
so
love.
May you have a good night. Is that time, is it a good night or it's a morning? Because for us, this side is it's a night.
Night. Yeah, we are on the same. I am in Romania. I'm on the same time as Uganda now.
Okay. So for Mama told me that now it is a morning. So Mama, a beautiful morning for you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I will just be driving a little bit and walking door to door for GPMS today, so will be a very beautiful day.
Okay, Mama. So good night. Good morning to you. Brother Dave, have a good time. Brother Ricky, the same to you.
Love,
God be
light,
with you.
and gratitude.
Thank you, Papa.
Okay. Bye-bye, and thank you for hosting this meeting, Beatrice. I'm going to go. The battery is quite low here. Thank you.
Thank you for
You're
everyone
welcome.
that was here today, and also for everyone that see and share this video about Gpms.world. And see you next time, and this will be soon. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye for now.
Bye.